Hi all, my name is Muhammad Mustafa.
And I'm Farsin Ahmed.
So we welcome you to the course, the webinar on how to create custom snippets or building blocks in Odoo 15 website. So first of all, let's learn what a website builder is. So a website builder is a tool which helps us to customize our Odoo website. We can use pre-built snippets or building blocks to design our website without any codes. And we can also create snippets through codes and attach that snippets into Odoo web builder. So the website feature enables any common person to develop his own company's online presence with much coding knowledge and create unique and beautiful websites. The website serve multiple. The website serves a multiple purpose for your company. On the one hand, it publishes information about your company, and on the hand, it can act as an e-commerce site, HR recruitment portal, etc. So let's take a look at what a snippet is. So the snippet is a programming term for a little area of reusable code. So snippet is basically a reusable block where we can use it in multiple times. And snippets are reusable piece of blocks. We can drag and drop them using Odoo website builder. We can look into how we can drag and drop the uh, blocks in Odoo web builder, Odoo website, and we can take a look at how we can create a awesome website. Next, there are four types of uh, snippets in Odoo: structure, inner content, feature, and dynamic content. Structured snippets are the snippets where we can create a structure of a content like columns, like a row or multiple rows. Inner content are contents which is or which can be used to only use inside other snippets. Like if you want to put a piece of text, we can create a text snippet and put inside a structure or a feature snippet. Feature snippet is a complete snippet with a pre-built ready snippet. A dynamic snippet is also a feature snippet, but the content in the dynamic snippet is like the name, it will be dynamic because the data will be coming from the backend or from any other API. So the dynamic snippet value the data can be changed without changing manually. Next is asset management. So there are multiple types of assets we will be using in a snippet creation. So there are style sheet, which is CSS styles or SCSS styles. There are JavaScript. So for creating a dynamic snippet, we need to dynamically load the data. So in that case, we will be using dynamic snippets. And Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a set of CSS and JavaScript pre-built scripts, which is already built in, which is already in Odoo. So we can use the power of Bootstrap to create a responsive and more beautiful snippets. Snippet view. So that's the XML file which where we define the views. So let's take a look at how we can add a snippet to an module. So first we need to create a module. Here I am, what we can do is create a module, and in that inside we need to add a underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py and underscore underscore manifest underscore dot py file to recognize it as an Odoo module. So inside the manifest, we can provide the details of the some Odoo module. So here we can give the name, a version, a summary and description, the category which this module is included, depends, which means this module depending of any other modules that we can see. In the data section, we can give the uh, assets we are use, like the XML views. We already discussed about four different assets: style sheet, JavaScript, and XML views. So there are two type of XML, a QWeb XML and a view XML. So for the view, we can add here. What we can do is we normally create a new folder. We normally create a new folder, views. Then we can create a XML file. So we what to available that in our module, we need to add that snippet here. Within a single quotes or double quotes, we need to add that folder slash the name of the XML file. And now for adding JavaScript or CSS, what we need to add is into assets, web asset frontend. Web asset frontend is a bundle for adding assets to Odoo frontend, like it means the Odoo website. So here we can add the JavaScript or a CSS file we are creating. So first, for adding here, we need to start from the module name. Then we can specify the folder which it is have. Normally, we will write the JS in static src JS, and here we can provide the file name. For CSS also, what we can do is the same way we can add the CSS also. So this is the more assets management where we can add, and also there is one more asset, QWeb asset. So to adding a QWeb asset, there is a different. So for adding frontend, we will be using web assets frontend, but for adding a QWeb, we will be using another bundle, web dot assets underscore QWeb. So this will be the bundle for adding QWebs. So here, like the other, we can specify the QWeb bundle, sorry, QWeb assets. So normally we will be writing the QWeb in the static src XML folder. So this is how we add our files or created files to the modules manifest. So by adding this, we will be able to use the content inside the module. So this is the module structure we already talked about. Now let's go to how we can register a snippet into Odoo website builder. So first we need to, in the XML file, we need to create a template tag, and we need to provide an ID, and we need to inherit the sorry, we need to inherit the Odoo's already built snippet XML, which is in module of website. So website.snippet, and here what we have four types of assets. So what we can do is here we can give the XPath ID as snippet structure if it is a structure, if it is a structure snippet, if it is a content, I mean inner content, if we can provide uh, we can provide snippets underscore content. Here this is the XPath structure. Here snippet underscore structure for structure, inner for inner content, snippet underscore content, for features snippet underscore features, and for a dynamic snippet we can provide snippet underscore effect. So here after giving that XPath we can call our snippet by t snippet attribute, and here we can provide the XML ID of our snippet, and we can also provide a thumbnail image. So we need to provide the full path of the thumbnail image from the starting from the module name. So we already discussed how to add a XML. So this is adding that XML of the created snippet here. So now let's dive into creating the. Now let's start developing the snippets and take a look at how we can create uh, custom snippets. So I will welcome Farsi for creating the snippets. So
Hi, you. Um, let's go to the development of snippet. Uh, for that, we can create a module for snippet. Okay, so I can share my screen. Is the screen is visible? Uh, I think everyone is should visible screen, and we are going to create a basic snippet, like a basic info structure snippet. For that, we can just start with a snippet.xml, and we can add it in the views folder. Then just are the XML version and the Unicode CUTF-8. Then after that, it's a XML structure. Then we can add the Odoo tag. Then give a template for the snippet. Just give a ID for snippet like a feature snippet. This example for the feature snippet, and give name for the snippet. This name should see in the website blocks, builder blocks. Which name we will give this? It will show the then the snippet should start with the section tag, so that we can give a section here. Then give the section have a class like the OE structure. The OE structure class means it enables the drag and drop functionality in the snippets. If we did not give the OE structure, it will work, but there is there is no snippet functionalities will not work perfectly. Just giving a class. And bootstrap class like a container fluid for starting the snippet as a container. Then just need the another division. I'm just adding a two column snippet like in one it's a picture and then the description of that. Then just add a division as row. Then there is we can give another section for the image. Okay, and another section for the description of that image. Then here any p tag just for the description. Then this is the basic snippet idea. Like then we can register the snippet into the website blocks. So that for that we can just add another template for registering this snippet to our the snippet blocks, so that we can just go to create another template. Then I'm just adding another template under this template. Then we can give ID and name for this snippet, and uh, this inheriting template. Like also we have so many snippets, so we can add our snippet to our website. So we can inherit the website dot snippets. Like in the website module there is already a template named like snippets, so we can add into the our snippet into that template. So just add the next one is we can define where is we need to add this snippet, like a feature, content, and the dynamic or the structure. This one is a feature snippet, so we can just give the expert expression as this division to snippet feature, and you can close the bracket, and inside the snippet snippet feature, we can just add another division or panel body. There is the uh, division for listing the snippets. So we can add the division and which named as or panel body. So we can add as class. Okay. Then the next one is we can add the position. The position attribute defines where we need to add the snippet. Like we can add inside the panel body. So we can just add inside here. Then just register our snippet using the t tag. Inside the t tag, we can just add the t snippet, give the module name and the template ID. The module name is a website structure snippet, so we can add this one here. Then after that, add out, then give the template ID here. Okay, this is fine for our registering our snippet to the website builder. Okay, we can just run this snippet, then we can see how this one is appear here. We can go to the apps. There is we can search our module template technical name. There is our model. There is our module. Then we can install this one. Yeah. Okay. There is an issue with our manifest, so you can see there is no keyword. Like we just added only the snippet file. So we are just for the demo we can add assets. So we can comment this one and uh, we can add only the snippet. So we have only the snippet.xml file. Okay, and restart the server. Then update the module. Uh, yeah, it's waiting. It's running on the 8015. Yeah, okay. Go to the apps and install our module or update our module. Submit. Then go to the website. After loading, you can see the welcome screen. Then you can just click on this edit button. Yeah, under the features, you can see the feature snippet. This is what we created. You can just drag and drop here. Then this we given here. This are two columns, and there is no image, so we didn't add an image. So we can add image to how to display image here, so that we can give CSS and CSS for the image. So we can go to the codes, then we can add assets, give a directory like static, then inside the static directory we can give another directory as src, then give the folder like which one we will create the CSS. Yeah, and also we need to add images for the snippet, so we can just add another directory uh, to add images. So then we can place our images to this folder. Okay, just adding image. Yeah, I'm just copy the image to this one. Then we can add the style for the CSS for the snippet. For that, we can just give create a new file. Yeah, we also added in the assets web.assets front is a CSS name snippet.css. Just can give the snippet.css. We can add the style here. Uh, yeah, here also I've added some styles. Here you can see the image here. So we can add image path complete here. It's a background image. Add the module name and the folder static src and the image is img. Then we can just add the CSS file into the manifest. Just uncomment this one. We are added the snippet.css into the web.assets frontend. Then we can restart the server and update the module. Go to the apps, then update our module. Just drag and drop our snippet um, to the home screen, there you can see the image is added. This one we are added to the image folder. Then we can create the other types of snippets like structure and dynamic and inner content. So first of all, we can just create the inner content snippet, so that we can just go through the code. Then there you can see for the inner content, we can just add the same as the follows, like we can give template ID and name, then add and the we can add division for this inner content, like class name and the class, like I'm just adding the a text class, then give the, yeah, I'm just adding this one uh, as inner content. Then we can register the inner content to the blocks. So we can add change the X already change the X path. Um, Here you can see we added the snippet feature. Then we need the inner content to the snippet content. So we can change the feature to the content and change the ID. Then go to the website. There you can see under the inner content, our snippets added. Then you can just drag and drop to this one. This the inner content is here. This one is our, yeah, this is the inner content, and we can just next one we can just add the structure snippet. Yeah, so that we can just add a structure. Uh, so that I'm just copying this template as a feature snippet. Then in the structure snippet, we are just adding the structure only, like columns or rows only, no contents. So we can just remove these contents. Just remove this content and just add the peak tag in this description for the image. And here you can see, this column for the image. This one is for the description. So then we can just change the name. and add this to the our static snippet structure. Like we can register to the structure snippet. So we can just copy the template ID and just add to this one. And just change the snippet content to snippet structure. Then restart the server. Update the module. Thus you can see that a structure snippet is added to the structure tab. Uh, Now we can see under the structure tab, you can see our snippet, and the features tab, you can see our snippet. Uh, then the inner content, you can see the inner content snippet. So we can just drag and drop the structure snippet to this. As you can see, only the images appear here. So then we can add the inner content to the created snippet. So here is a position for the inner content. And this is how we can create the inner content and the structure and the features. So this is the basics of how we can create the snippets. So the next one is the dynamic content. And so for creating the dynamic snippet, I'm just inviting to Mustafa.
Sorry, I was mute. So let me tell again. For adding a JavaScript file, we need to add a JS folder. Then inside that, we need to create a file called snip. We can give a name. Extension should be .js. Then we can what we need is to write odoo.define, and inside that we can give the module name, which is not mandatory, but it is the standard. Then the JavaScript file. Then we can create a function, and we will get an argument called require, which we will be using to import modules. So first, what we need is to to import the public widget and the Ajax for RPC calls. So let's first import Ajax. So we can assign that to a variable. We can provide a require, which is the argument we receive here. Then inside we can provide the path of the Ajax. So the Ajax is located in the web module dot Ajax. Then what we need is uh, we need to import the public widget also. So so the location of the public, let's assign that into a variable. Then we can import that. The public widget is located in web module, and the file is public dot widget. So this where we can get the public import the public widget. Then we can extend the public widget for let's create a variable to store the widget, public widget equivalent. Then from the public widget, we can get the widget and extend to create a new widget. So inside this, there are some keys we have here. What we can give is first we can give the selector. So selector is a class or ID from the our CSS, sorry, our XML file. So here for this purpose, we can add a new file. So let's give the snippet as our selector. Then what we simply can is for here instead of this section we can give it this p tag and id. Okay, so into this p tag we will be loading the total number of sold products in this database. So first we already created the selector as the snippets top section class. Now what we need to create load the data here. So for that we need a controller. So for uh, creating a control, we can add a controller folder, and here we can create a new Python file for controller. So let's give it as a main name. And first we need to give the Python encoding. It is not mandatory, but it is the old standard. Which we are specifying now. We are using the UTF-8 encryption method. So now let's import the HTTP to create a controller route, and HTTP request for creating a request. So from let's import from Odoo, import HTTP, and from Odoo HTTP import requests. So first we need to create a class. Yeah, we can give any name, like for the moment I am giving the name as name. So this should be extended by a controller class. So from the HTTP we are getting the controller class, so we will be extending that. Now we need to create a JSON controller so that we can load the get the data from the database and give it to the front end to the JavaScript file. So first what we can give is a create a give a act which is for specifying the decorator from http dot root. We can give the root, and in this root we can give a path get. So please verify that this path is unique. There is no other path existing with this name. Then we can give oath, which is authentication. So which user can see this data from or access data from this image. Let's give as public because we are using a snippet. So basically snippets are used for website, and website is for public. So then type, here we can give the type for we are getting data and giving to the JSON. So sorry guys, so we are providing the type as JSON, and let's create a function. we can name the function whatever we want. Then from here, uh, let's load all the total number of uh, products sold from the sale order. So let's create a variable total sold. Here we can from this from the request we will get the Odoo environment. In this environment we can specify the model we want to load that. So from sale order we are getting the total number of sold items. So we are using this as a public auth. So maybe some user don't have the access to sale order. So in that case, we will be using sudo, and let's search for all the sale order, and then uh, from the so in this variable we have all the sale order. Then what we can do is we can get the number of total number of products sold from the sale order. So in the total we have all the sale order. So total, let's use the map order method, and let's order. Let's map the order line dot let's get the order line from the order line the total number of product sold. Then in this we will get an array of the total quantity. Then we can use the aggregate function sum. So we will get a sum. Then here we can return the total sold. So here we have created the controller. Now let's add the controller into the init file from dot import. Import our Python file. Then we also need to import the controller into um, the top init file, so that will be available. The controller will be available in the module. So this is our controller, and this is the so uh, in the now we are extending a widget. So there is a life cycle for a widget. So first in the widget it will be an init function which is called, and secondly it will be the will start, and at the when the DOM is ready we will get the we will we can call the the start function is called. So let's after the DOM is ready we so let's use the start function. Then we can use the Ajax we already imported. Ajax dot Ajax acts as a JSON RPC method. Then here we can provide the path, which is this path. Then we can specify it is a call, and in the bracket we can provide the arguments we want to pass. But for this case, we are not passing any argument, so we will leave it as empty. And then means after the we the Python is returned this value to us. Then what we will be doing in that case, we will be we can create a function, and in this function we'll be getting that value returned. So this total sold will be in this argument. So here we can uh, render the data. So let's check if the data is present. Rest have any content. Then let's so so in the this of this we will be having that this element of this just dynamic snippet. So in the RPC, inside the RPC, that this will be the result of this the element of this Ajax. So in that case we need to assign and store the this uh, somewhere in a variable, so we can use. So now we can use a self here. We cannot use this because the we can use this, but the this and the this inside the RPC will not be the same. So in that case we can use this here. Then let's get the $el, which is the element, and let's in the element let's find the class, which is JS product sold. And in that product sold, what we can give as we can give the HTML as the result we get. So now this function is created. Now we just created the snippet, but we also need to add this to the public widget registry. So that for that purpose, let's outside that widget, we can call public widget dot registry dot we can give any name. So for you can give dynamic snippet, and then we can give this variable here, and we can also return the variable for a like a future extension or inheritance. So this is what we need to do. Then we need to add this JS file into the manifest. We already have added that in the first initial section where we were talking about the assets. So we have already added that. Now let's go to the XML, and in the XML we need to register the snippet. So we have registered the our three snippets: the structure, the the feature, the content, and the structure. Now we need to register the dynamic. So for registering the dynamic, we will be using the structure effect div. So here we can provide the template ID as previously. So we have registered our snippet. So let's restart the restart the server. So the server is restarted. Let's go and update the module. So we have now let's here is a dynamic snippet. Let's drop that snippet there. Okay, the total sold is in K. So let's check at the JS function what's the issue is. So here we can log the result we are getting. So in the console, we can see we have 263 total sold products. So we are getting the value, but and the issue is that the snip the EL can't find the EL couldn't find the just this class. Okay, still the EL is not couldn't find the JS product. So what we can do is let's console the EL here and let's check what we are getting inside the EL. So this is the object we have. So, so this is the OS structure we are using. So, inside that we have a section, and in the children you can see the row, and the children of the row sections, and in that section inside uh, we have the H1 and the parentheses. So the issue is that in this here we provided the ID, but instead of giving the ID, we provided the class here. So we just need to change the uh, dot to an hash, and let's restart and try again. Now, if you come, you can see that we have the amount of sale order we have, which is 234. So this is how we can get the data from the backend. This is just a simple example, but we can do many things like render products here or create a carousel, etc. We can do many things using the same mechanism. Now let us discuss about snippet options. So let's add the snippet option to this feature block. Let's go and look how we can add the snippet option. So this is our snippet feature snippet. Let's add an option here for the snippet. Let's add a template tag and provide an ID for it. Let's give webinar feature snippet option. Then we need to inherit the default website snippet template. So here we can provide the website dot snippet, sorry, snippet underscore options. Then what we need to do is add an expert. Let's give the position as the main position, because we can, so that we can provide a dot, and we can, sorry, we can give the expression as dot and the position as inside. And here we need to add a div and provide a data selector. So data selector. So we need to give a data selector here. So let's add a class here. Let's add a class here. Option underscore webinar. And so here we can add that class. And let's also add the tag name also. So this is the selector. So the option we are going to add is will be affected for this one. Now we can create a row. So we can use the v row tag and provide the string. Let's change the padding of the section. And so this is just the naming the snippet option. Here we can create an input field. So we input here, we can give att data apply to. So here we can specify which one we want to apply to. So to apply to the current selected one, we can give up. We can directly give apply underscore to, which is that will be coming from JavaScript. So the value inside that will be the current selected session. So here we can provide the CSS property. and we are going to change the padding. So here we can provide padding. Then we can give the data unit, or the snippets for padding are normally given in pixel, so we can provide a pixel. And data, let's provide a default select value which is 0. Let's give a 0, and this is how we can add the snippet option. Let's restart the server again. Let's go and upgrade the module. Let's go back to the snippet. Let's go into edit mode and select the snippet. So let's remove the snippet and add again. Okay, let's add the feature snippet again. Now we can see the padding, because previously it doesn't show because we have changed the code, so we need to change the snippet also. So from now here we can adjust the padding. Now you can see that the snippets padding is adjusted. So this is how we can simply add any options. Like we can also add like advanced uh, options using JS also. If we save the we can it will be affected here. You can see that like this is out of one because we added a padding. Okay, this is how we will be adding option. Now let's go and discuss about the website. Like development is completed now, so let's discuss about how to create a custom snippet from the front end without any code. So for that let's remove, let's remove the uh, snippet already existing. So let's, for making our own snippet, for the moment let's select a snippet which is an image gallery. Then we could add something like a card. Okay, there is no option to add a card. Okay, let's try a different block. Let's add a text image. Then we could try adding a card. So then we can save the snippet. Then we can get back into the report and select the snippet again. Then totally we will be having a save button here, which is we could save this button. So we could click save and reload. Then if we go to edit, we could see a new session which is this custom. Here we could see the our created uh, custom snippet. Here we can rename the snippet and we can use that elsewhere. So you can see the same snippet is used. So this is how we can create a custom snippet from the UI. So this is where you can design your website awesomely from including pre-existing snippet and creating a custom snippets from the UI without any code also. So to go on, this is the like building blocks of Odoo snippet. There are many pre-existing building blocks, and we can also add custom blocks from the UI and through the code also. So the website builder is a awesome tool which enables a common person to develop his own company's online presence without much coding knowledge and create a unique and beautiful website. The website serves multi-purpose for your company. On one hand, it publishes information about your company. On other hand, it can be act as an e-commerce site or an HR recruitment portal, etc. Creating your page from scratch is just like you have you seen like a dragging and dropping. It is very easy. So this is how we could use website sorry, this is how we could use snippets or building blocks. So like now like we could take a look at an how can we add more useful things from UI without any code. So let's go. Let's talk about how to add uh, color presets, animation, and Google fonts, and how to add JavaScript or styles from UI. So for that, I am inviting Parsi. So thank you.
Hello. Yeah. In Odoo, we have a fully customizable building blocks. So we can just click and change the content directly from the front end. So yeah, we can here just drag and drop and just click and edit. This is a fully customizable and no complex backend to deal with them. And we can create and update our text content through this editor. And this give a processor experience, so we can easily create our custom website using Odoo website building blocks. Yeah, here you can see this feature snippet. So just we need to drag and drop this, then we can edit here. Just click and edit. Then there you can see an animation. This used to animate this how to enter this view to our website. So we can just click on this snippet option. This animation is already as a snippet option. Then we can just, here you can see there is a lot of snippet options. Then we can just click on this fade in down. There you can see how this animation works. When I select this fade in down, then just save this one, then save the snippet. Yeah, here you can see the animation works. So we can give animation to our every snippets. So it's an easy option, uh, any common person. So we don't need any coding knowledge. So we can just add and drag and drop the snippets and add the animation on other items. Then we can discuss about the color presets. So we can just go to this theme. in the building, in the website configurator, you can see a theme option. So just click on this theme. There you can see the color presets. These are the default options, and there is a lot of options under this one. So we can just uh, select this color preset. Here you can see, just click on this one. This are predefined colors. So just click on this one. Uh, there is a color preset. So we just select this one. Then here you can change the colors and save this one. So you can see it's changing, affecting these changes. This is how we can change the footer color and the other one. Then there is an option, the theme. This is a solid color. You can just click on this theme one. Any color you can see it changes with our selected colors. Then here another option is a color presets. This is the main color preset. Just click on this. Any color you need to check any color. Then you can just click on this color. Then just click on this confirmation. Okay. There you can see our whole UI design has changed. The colors are changed. This is how the color presets works, and we can just add more colors. Here there is a color presets. Uh, then next one is the Google fonts. So we can just add Google font in here. There you can see a font family. This option is changed to change the design of our fonts or font family. There's you can see predefined fonts. So there is an option to add a Google font. This option is help to add Google font from directly from Google. Just click on this. Here you can see the Google font address. Here we can just copy the Google font link from. Yeah, we can go to the fonts.google.com for getting the font link. So just click on this one. Then it's redirect to the Google font page. Then we can select any font from here. So I'm just selecting this Lee Gothic. Then just click on this one. There you can see here there is a link. So we can just copy this HTTPS. So just click on this select. Then here you can see we added this one. Just remove this one. Then copy this link. Just copy this one. Then go back Odoo. Then just paste this here. Then just save and reload. After saving, you can just click on this edit button. Then also you can see the fonts are changed. When we need to add more fonts or change this font, you can just go to the themes. There you can see the fonts. This is how we can add Google font, custom Google font to our fonts. Yeah, the next one we can just look how to add assets from UI. So we can just discuss this one. Then here you can see in the top bar, this for only admin users. There you can see the customize option. Just click on this customize. There is a there is a link, HTML, CSS, or JS editor. Then this is option for adding assets from UI. Then just click on that one, and then you can see here this the different assets: HTML, CSS, and the JS. Then here you can see this one is the files are working on this HTML file. Just we can just change the button color in the order now button is a primary button, so we can just change this button's color. So we can just need the CSS. Then you can just go to the CSS. There is also two files. We can use the user custom rules. Just add this button selector. This primary button have class button primary, uh, button hyphen primary. Then so this is a class, so we can just add a dot before the class. Then you can add the curly bracket. Then add the CSS properties. We decide to change the background color, so just add the background color and change to the color to red. After adding this one, just save this one. Then you can see the button primary color has changed. This is how we can use the CSS JS editor. Then we can edit XML or JS look like this. This is how the editor works. Then we need to reset the custom rules. Just click on this reset button. Then just confirm the confirmation. After that, it's reset to the Odoo style. Yeah, this is Odoo's builder, website builder. This easy to use and easy to customize the user. Uh, Odoo give all freedom to create and edit the snippets and other options. We can add Google fonts, change the color presets, animations, and we can add more snippets from code, and we can change the theme. All are easily uh, easily accessible, and we can change as our wish. Uh, this is our uh, Odoo 15 website snippet webinar. So thank you all. We are winding from